Good morning and welcome to KidNuz. I'm Tori. Today is Tuesday, October 12th, 2021. And we begin with a middle-of-the-night wake-up call from deep in the cosmos. Ruth Davidson was fast asleep at her home in British Columbia, Canada, when a fist-sized meteorite crashed through her roof and landed on a pillow just inches from her head. She says she even felt some of the debris tickle her face. Police first thought the object may have come from a nearby construction site, but it didn't. It's now believed to be part of a fireball that streaked across the night sky right about the same time that Ruth's rock arrived. Are roof holes caused by space debris covered by insurance? According to the Golden Star, Ruth's company is doing a walkthrough, but evidently, and not surprisingly, has never had a claim quite like this before. A slight delay for the final frontier dreams of William Shatner. The Star Trek actor was expected to head skyward with Blue Origin today, but high winds at the launch site in Texas forced the company to push back liftoff until tomorrow. If and when it happens, the 90-year-old will spend 10 minutes, 66 miles above Earth, enough to set a record for the oldest person to ever venture into space. As Mr. Shatner tweeted to a friend and fellow actor, it's never too late to try new things. The rescheduled launch time is 9:30 a.m. Eastern on Wednesday. Mr. Shatner isn't the only one facing a delay. Southwest grounded hundreds of flights yesterday after dumping more than 2,000 over the holiday weekend. That added up to a lot of unhappy travelers, many of whom expressed themselves on social media. The airline blamed weather, but because other carriers didn't have the same problem, some industry watchers believe the real reason is a sickout, basically crews not showing up for work to protest the newly announced vaccine requirement. Whatever the reason, Southwest has had a difficult year. Flight tracking service Cirium says Southwest had the worst on-time performance and the greatest percentage of canceled flights of any of the nation's 4 major airlines in June and July. Heads and tails are getting a new look for the latest quarters from the U.S. Mint. The new coins will feature the faces of 5 influential American women. Writer and civil rights activist Maya Angelou, Anna May Wong, the first Chinese-American Hollywood movie star, the first American woman in space, Sally Ride, Nina Otero Warren, a leader in the fight to give women the right to vote, and Wilma Mankiller, the first female principal chief of the Cherokee Nation. The artist sculpted stories into the women's expressions, clothing, and surrounding objects. A U.S. Mint spokesperson said in a statement, "Generations to come will see these coins and be reminded of what can be accomplished with vision, determination, and a desire to improve opportunities for all." And on the coin's flip side, a new rendition of George Washington. The quarters will begin to join circulation next year and continue through 2025. Your ship may have just come in. LEGO has announced its biggest model ever, a 4-foot-long, 9,090-piece model of the Titanic. The replica includes details like the ship's bridge, promenade deck, and swimming pool, along with interior cross-sections of the first-class grand staircase, D-deck dining saloon, and engine room. Once built, the propellers turn, the anchor goes up and down, and the tension line between masts is adjustable. It's LEGO's biggest model, but isn't LEGO's biggest set. That distinction goes to the 11,695-piece LEGO Art World map. As history buffs know, the maiden voyage of the unsinkable Titanic didn't end well. It hit an iceberg off Newfoundland in April of 1912 and now sits on the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. That's it for KidNuz. Now, our KidNuz quiz. Which airline canceled thousands of flights over the holiday weekend? Southwest. What landed on the pillow next to the head of a sleeping Canadian woman? A meteorite. How many pieces are in LEGO's new Titanic model? 9,090. The U.S. Mint is showcasing what with its new quarters? Five influential American women. In today's Kid News Kicker, something utterly amazing. A short-clawed otter at the Shanghai Wild Animal Park rescued a visitor's cell phone from the water last week, apparently thinking it was a piece of trash. The otter named Yu Charquay saw the phone take the plunge into the pool and immediately dove after it and gave it to its handler. It's the same process they're trained to do with fake trash props to promote good environmental habits among visitors. But in this case, it wasn't a prop, and the handler was then able to reunite the phone with its owner. Before we go, it's time to shout out our teachers and their classrooms, starting with Mrs. Sparks and her superheroes at R.E. Thompson Intermediate School in Tuscumbia, Alabama. Mr. D at Lakewood in Sunnyvale, California, shouting out his lions, and would also like to tell his chat monsters to pay attention. Hello to Mr. Merkin and his maniacs at Skinner West in Chicago, Illinois. Mrs. Case at Fairfield Middle in Richmond, Virginia. And Mrs. Spengler at Easton Area Middle School, where her advisory class is Rover Proud at Easton, Pennsylvania. Thanks for listening. Please take a moment to rate and review us wherever you get your podcasts. I'll see you back here for more Kid News tomorrow morning.